Good evening. I'm welcome to Sandia Church for our regular Wednesday night meditation on Facebook Live. And I'm so glad that you're able to join us this evening. We are about 2.5 weeks after Easter, and a profound part of the message of the resurrection is for each of us to rise to a true freedom and liberation of self, which allows us to live as our most authentic selves each day. We can achieve this freedom and liberation of self by cultivating a healthier relationship with ourselves. And we can begin this process by removing the social and behavioral masks that we all develop over time in our day-to-day interactions with others. These masks can be a substantial barrier to self-understanding, self-realization, and truly authentic living. But how can we begin the process of removing them? According to American writer and civil rights activist James Baldwin, love takes off the masks that we fear we cannot live without and know we cannot live within. And in that vein, according to Juliet Diaz, the author of The Altar Within, a devotional guide to liberation, what Baldwin offers is a profound truth about love's potential to liberate. Love that is rooted in truth does not ask us to perform. It does not demand that we mold ourselves into a version that fits someone else's expectations. Real love asks us to remove the armor, to reveal the self we've hidden, and to trust that we will be held, not for who we pretend to be, but for who we truly are. These masks often begin as survival tools, but over time, they can suffocate the parts of us that most need to breathe. They keep us from showing up fully in our relationships, our work, and even our dreams. Real love, be it self-love, romantic love, platonic love, or community love, has a way of disarming us. It invites us to set down the masks and step into the fullness of our truth. This is the kind of love that liberates. It is not comfortable, but it is necessary. And if you think about it, we all have adopted intellectual, emotional, and behavioral masks that were created from years of survival, shaped by fear, and worn to fit into spaces that were never meant for us. These masks, the ones we mold out of necessity, the ones we wear to navigate a world that may not see us or value us as we are, can feel like protection. But more often than not, they cause us to deny our authentic selves and to live in a world of unnecessary suffering and self-denial. They deny our innate ability to love ourselves and others as we were meant to love. Aren't we meant to love in a profound and authentic way, rather than to rely on the half loaf of a love that is not genuinely of our own making and of our own being? So with all this in mind, let us now quiet our minds, open our hearts, and prepare to reflect on masks that we may have worn over time and how we can tear them off to reveal authentic self-trust and a wholehearted love that reflects who we really are. So please, settle into the safe space that you are currently occupying and be comfortable. Feel the chair that supports your body and the floor that grounds you to the earth. If you feel safe in doing so, you may close your eyes or simply soften your gaze. Take a slow, easy breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again. As you continue to breathe, Be aware of its gentle, consistent, and effortless rhythm, and feel how it synchronizes with the steady, rhythmic beating of your heart. There is no effort for you to accomplish this. It simply happens. These rhythms are the soundtrack and motive force of your being, your constant companion and reminder of the miracle of existence that is you. Be with the symphony of life for a moment as you continue to breathe, gently and without thought. In a profound way, this phenomenon that you know as your daily existence is truly magical. Now, slowly begin to expand your awareness of the present moment. Notice all the sounds, aromas, and other sensations in your current surroundings. Be aware of the infinitely loving energy that is flowing from me to you in this moment. And as you experience all of this, allow it to gradually fade into the background of your consciousness. Because in this moment, there are no concerns, worries, or pressures. If random thoughts come, simply acknowledge them and allow them to evaporate. If you are holding any tensions in your body from recent days and circumstances, especially in your shoulders, jaw, and neck, allow your body to relax and release all discomfort. Because in this moment, there is only peace, calm, and a growing awareness of the beauty of being in the glorious flow of the present. And as you continue to breathe, begin to reflect on a mask that you have worn at some point in your life. Not a physical mask, of course, but one that hides or otherwise distorts who you really are. Who or what made you feel that you needed it? What might it feel like to set this mask down? How and where in your life can love meet you as you genuinely are? Without masks, without doubt, without hesitation. Now, think of a time when you trusted your instincts or intuition, even if others doubted you or it felt challenging. How did it feel in your body to follow your own path? And what did you learn from trusting yourself in that moment? Now, think of a time when you didn't trust your own intuition and you felt influenced or pressured by others' opinions or expectations. When you didn't trust in yourself, did the situation resolve to your satisfaction? And if not, what is one boundary that you could set in situations like this one to protect your self-trust? And how might this boundary strengthen your relationship with yourself? Please know, as you continue to breathe, that in the sacred community of the Sandia Church, we are a mask-free zone. We love you and embrace you exactly as you are. Even when you feel messy or stressed or anxious, the maskless, authentic you is magical. Beloved and enough. We let it be. And so it is. Now, when you are ready, please begin to return to the sacred space that you currently occupy. Take one final cleansing breath. And slowly begin to open your eyes. And as you return to this beautiful moment that we are experiencing together, listen to and begin to reflect within your own thoughts as to what living unmasked might feel like for you and the untold freedom and liberation that it could bring. How can you rise in your daily experience to feel the faith, the hope, and the love of the resurrection? To begin, Juliet Diaz offers these suggestions. First, honor your truth, saying what you mean, even when it feels difficult. Next, creating safe spaces. Surround yourself with people who honor your authenticity and who allow you to do the same for them. Next, letting go of shame. Recognizing the parts of you that you have hidden out of fear or judgment, know that all of these are worthy of love and acceptance, that they can be freely brought into the light of understanding. And finally, practicing self-compassion, offering yourself the same gentleness and care that you would extend to a loved one. I know for myself, that's probably my biggest ongoing challenge. And if you feel moved to discuss more about the freedom and liberation possible through living an authentic, unmasked life in a genuinely safe space, please reach out to me. We can talk in person or on the phone. Feel free to call me directly at 1-626-379-1778. You can send me an email at psavoy, that's P-S-A-V as in Victor, O-I-E 626, so psavoy 626, no spaces, at gmail.com. You can also send me a direct message on Instagram at RevPaul_SAC, that's REVPAUL_SAC, or visit me during my twice-weekly drop-in hours at the Sandia Church office. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to noon Pacific time, or some combination of all of those. Reach out to me. I am always here for you. And if you happen to be nearby the church right about now, we will continue exploring the topics of freedom, liberation, and unmasking our authentic selves during our Wednesday evening conversation service, which will begin in about 40 minutes at 7 p.m. Pacific time in the main sanctuary of the Sandia Church. Reverend Gino will be back with you on Facebook Live next Wednesday at approximately 6 p.m. Pacific time for another meditation and for a whole lot of wisdom. For now, I'm Reverend Paul Savoy, and I am so very grateful that you shared part of your evening with me. And remember, you are beloved. You are enough. You are not alone. Thanks, and have a great night.